Eagles going up against the Chargers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are a little less than 20 miles from downtown Los Angeles at the StubHub Center in Carson. The scene here in Carson a moment ago, both teams making their way out of the tunnel. Phillip Rivers, now the main man here in L.A., as his Chargers will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi, everybody. Brandon Guyton alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well, but I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. On third down, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes there's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. It's caught at the 10. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Chargers. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Rivers now on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Drew Butler in his 6th year from Georgia to punt this away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. Now, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. This guy spent 5 years as a Charger. Darren Sproles. And some room to maneuver. How did he stay on his feet? And he's brought down after a good gain. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain, but he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Third down now following the run. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Caught by Gates, left side. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Sproles. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. 2
yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Wentz going to throw. It's caught. Smith. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing is Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On play action, Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another big play by Alshon Jeffrey. I think his best days are ahead of him. I think he's ideally suited to help this young quarterback Carson Wentz develop.
He had 13 career 100-yard games coming into the season, and you know in the city of brotherly love, they're hoping for more.
Yeah, just think about Alshon Jeffrey, the catch radius and the ability to make plays downfield against smaller defensive backs.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Point after now from Sturgis. It's good to make it 17-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
2nd down, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A Charger first down, Rivers hooking up with Allen.
If the Chargers could get a full season out of Keenan Allen, look out, AFC West.
How much does that change for them?
It changes everything because he's a true #1 receiver. He eats up.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Wentz to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Wentz now on first down. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chargers are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Eagles will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Chargers on offense early in the first. Allen's wide open down the field. And nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Third down from the 20 as they take a 7-0 lead. Wentz is on target here, and this goes 20 yards for the score. Third down from inside the 10. Wentz is going to look for space. He caps off the 7-play drive with a score, pushing the lead to 10. Eagles have it late in the second. Here the catch is made way downfield, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Wentz now on first down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you
trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To throw is Rivers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brandon Graham in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Chris Long. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Drew Butler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jeremiah Tauchu coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Wentz, his pass caught at the 4. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Drew Butler now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Sproles, the return. Sproles so quick and agile. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. The 20. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun, it's Wentz. Going underneath to Blunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Rivers now on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Now a guy who's been a Raider his entire career. This is Marcel Reese. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So, Party, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And the lead is now an even 30. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. Oh, a little 360. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away everything.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be taken at the 10. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. First down, Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. this game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off with great anticipation. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Last year, the Chargers 5-11, so you wouldn't think that they would be tied for the league lead in interceptions, but they were, Charles, with 18.
And now they just need their offense, if they're going to do that again in 2017, to take advantage of and put more points on the board.
And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One last shot now for Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Philadelphia, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.